In upcoming lessons, there are times when we're going to have to take an equation that is not written in standard form and write it in standard form. So we're going to see several examples of how to do that. The general process is to remove parentheses, if there are any, to move the terms with x and y to the left side of the equation, then move any constant terms to the right side of the equation, and then if necessary, multiply both sides of the equation by a common denominator or a multiple of 10 so that all coefficients are integers. So let's see this first equation. There's no need to remove parentheses because there are none, but the x and y terms are not both on the left side, so we do need to move them. So we'll subtract 7x from each side, and we're left here with negative 7x plus y equals 3. This is now in standard form. It's preferable sometimes to have the lead coefficient, the coefficient of x, be positive. If you need to do that, just change the signs on each term. So in this case, we could write, we'll change negative 7x to positive 7x, plus y to minus y, and positive 3 to negative 3. So this is standard form. Now let's take a look at this second equation, y equals 1/2 x minus 3/5. The first thing we need to do is remove parentheses by using the distributive property. So this is 1/2 times x minus 1/2 times 3/5, that's 3/10. And we need to now move the x term to the left-hand side, so we'll subtract 1/2 x. And we have negative 1/2 x plus y equals negative 3/10. Now here we notice that we have fractions as coefficients and we need to make them integers. So we need to use this fourth step, multiplying both sides by a common denominator. In this case, the denominator we'll use is 10 since it's the common denominator. And we'll just write a times 10 here. And then we have 10 times negative 1/2, that's negative 10/2 x. And then y times 10 is 10y. And then negative 3/10 times 10 is negative 30/10. Now we have negative 5x plus 10y equals negative 30 over 10 is negative 3. And this is in standard form. If we need to have a positive x coefficient, then we change the sign on each one of those terms. So that would give us the equation 5x minus 10y equals 3. There's our standard form. Let's do another example. In this example, we don't need to remove parentheses. We don't need to move the x and y terms to the left side because they're already together. But we need to move this constant term, y 9.2, over to the right side. So we can do that by subtracting 9.2 from each side. And we have 4.5x minus 3y equals negative 9.2. Now we need to have all coefficients be integers. If we multiply 4.5 times 10, we'll get 45. It kind of moves the decimal point over one place. And if we multiply negative 9.2 by 10, we'll get 92, and that's just what we need. So we'll make a note to ourselves that we're multiplying by 10, and we need to multiply each term by 10. 4.5x times 10 is 45x, and negative 3 times 10 is negative 30y. Then negative 9.2 times 10 is negative 92. And this is now in standard form.